on this shot, I'm going to try to hit a high pitch shot off of a tight lie, which is a very difficult shot to hit. This will probably happen to you a lot if you hit the ball short, but it stays in the fairway on a hole where you're in this tightly mowed fairway area. So the problem with this shot is that people generally will hit this fat a lot, okay? Or they'll have a fat one that they hit on a hole, and then the next one they'll pull up a little bit, and then they'll hit it thin. Then you're having a hard time controlling your distance. One time you hit it a little thin and it goes too far. The next time you hit it fat and it goes short, okay? So what I want to avoid with this shot is using the leading edge of my wedge. So I'm going to use a 56 degree wedge. You could use a 58 degree or a 60 degree. Now the one thing that you want to have on at least one of your wedges is a lot of bounce. So I have 10 degrees of bounce on this 56 degree wedge. I also have a 60 degree wedge, but it has a little less bounce. So I want to use the bottom part of the club, which is where the bounce is. I don't want to use the leading edge. The leading edge is going to dig, okay? So when I set up to this shot, play it back in my stance, I want to lean a little bit to my left, so weight's on my left foot. As I swing, I want to stay on my left foot. I want to make sure I don't go this way and then go back this way, because that's going to hit that thin shot, because your club's going to start going up as it hits the ball. So back in my stance, want to make sure that I don't put my hands too far forward, because again, that's going to use the leading edge and that's going to dig. I want my hands to be more, let's say, maybe even with the ball, not necessarily in front, okay? So I'm going to lean this way. As I swing the club back, I'm also going to have a little bit of cup in my left wrist. So as I go back, a little cup in my wrist, stay over here on my left side, and I take it back like this. Feel like I'm kind of the same thing, feel like I'm thumping the ground. You can hear that sound. I'm not taking a big divot when I do that, just taking a little layer of the ground there. Again, I have this tight lie, so I have to make sure my club doesn't dig too much. So take it back, left wrist is cupped just a little bit. I'm going to stay on my left side as I take it back though. You can see how that came out a lot higher and more soft.